This galette is my take on a Monte Cristo sandwich, but I don't have to deep fry it, and I still get a nice crunch. I love crunchy things. You'll need puff pastry, sliced turkey, sliced ham, cheese, and raspberry jam. This is so simple and yet makes an elegant breakfast, lunch, or brunch item for a group. I've even eaten it for dinner. Okay, so remove the protective paper from your puff pastry and roll it out on some parchment paper. Then, using a plate as your guide, cut your pastry into a nice round circle. Place the puff disc on a cooking sheet, parchment and all. I'm using a pizza pan. Now simply layer your ingredients on the pastry. Place a layer of sliced ham, being careful to leave enough room around the edge to seal the top and bottom rounds of the pastry. Next, add a good dollop of raspberry jam and spread that over the ham. Be careful again to avoid the edges of the puff. Then place a layer of Swiss cheese over the jam. I've used provolone here because I didn't have any Swiss in my fridge, but the Swiss is better. The Swiss cheese has a nice nutty flavor, while the provolone is more like mozzarella. And finally, top the whole thing with sliced turkey. Don't pile the ingredients too high. A galette is like a big cookie stuffed with wonderful things. Okay, so now dip your finger into a little water and go around the edge of the pastry. This will glue the two pastry discs together. Place the top disc over your ingredients and press the edges together with the sides of your hands just beyond the filling. But don't press the edges tightly together. You'll want to separate the top from the bottom up to the place where you've pressed the pastry together. Using a knife, carefully lift the top edge of the pastry like this all the way around. This will enable the pastry to puff up and make a beautifully tall yet flat galette. Now you'll need to pierce 3 vent holes in the top and score the pastry. I like to think of a clock and run my knife at 12, 3, 6, and 9 and then fill in the spaces. Do not cut through the pastry. Just score it for a pretty look after it's cooked. Oh, I forgot to egg wash my galette, so I'm going to do it now. It's been cooking for about 5 or 10 minutes. You can egg wash your galette before it goes into the oven. Just take 1 egg and whisk it up. Then brush over the galette, avoiding the edges beyond the filling. Bake at 400 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes until the puff pastry is golden brown. Serve with a little more raspberry jam. The savory meats and cheese matched with the sweet raspberry and crunch of the puff pastry is a sure winner. Your taste buds will thank you. Your heart will be happy you didn't have to deep fry. And your friends might just say, "Wow!" Well, I hope you try this recipe, and for other easy recipes, please subscribe below to In the Kitchen. Thanks. Bye-bye now.